Hi guys, it's me Annie and I'm back with another video. Welcome to Annie's Creations. On my channel I do all kinds of DIY cooking and crafting. So if you like that kind of content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. For today I'm going to do a little bit of DIY and crafting. So for today, I want to make a nice tote bag out of an old pair of denim jeans. Let's get going. So I laid out my denim jean and the two legs are next to each other. I'm going to measure out the front and the back of the bag that I want to make. So I want to cut it on 40 centimeters, but because it's got a seam at the bottom, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to measure above that seam that I'm going to cut off. And so I'm measuring 40 centimeters. And I've got a piece of old dry soap. It's a very thin piece and I use that to mark my fabric. It makes it very easy to get the marks out afterwards again. And I will measure 40 centimeters on this leg as well. So they will be the same length. Now I just take my ruler and make sure it's a straight line. And on this one, a straight line. And this is where I will cut for my bag front and back. Now you're gonna cut open the pieces along this seam. Now you've got a front and a back piece for your denim bag. First we're going to put them right sides together. Now you have put your denim pieces right sides together so they fit nicely on top of each other. We are going to measure little squares on each corner at the bottom, and I will show you what we do with them later on. So we're going to measure out 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters squares and use our ruler make these little squares. So now we've got these little squares marked out. I'm going to cut them out. I'm going to keep these little pieces of denim. I can use them in another project. So now you've got your fabric laid right sides together You got the little corners cut out. Now you're just going to pin along the sides and at the bottom, and then you will stitch in a straight stitch. Now that we have pinned our pieces together, we are ready to sew. For the squares you cut at the bottom of the bag, take the two corners and pull it away from each other so that the seams meet in the middle. Pin it into place. Now stitch it with a straight stitch. After stitching, it creates a box-like effect in the corners. Now I'm measuring out pieces for the straps. So I'm measuring out 33 centimeters up to there. Make a mark and then I want the strap to be 5 centimeters wide because we are going to fold it in half. That's there. We'll make a few marks so that we can use the ruler to make a nice straight line. So my plan is to do 2 pieces of this length and this width so that I will be able to have a strap of 66 centimeters. So I will be sewing these 2 pieces together to make one long piece, and we will do that for each side of the bag. So we will have 2 pieces so these 2 pieces now I will cut out and we will sew them together to make a piece of 66 centimeters. Cut these out of the denim jean, push that aside, line them up together, and I just cut them on the line in the middle. Now we've got long pieces that we can add together and make the straps. And this will be for the front and for the back. Now I've got 2 straps out of one leg of the denim. So 1 strap and 2 straps. Now we will just lay them flat and slightly overlap each side and pin it together. Now you see we've got two long straps, and we'll go to the sewing machine to sew them together. After sewing a straight stitch, I follow it with a zigzag stitch to make it extra strong. So now that we've lengthened our straps by attaching the two pieces, we are going to turn it wrong side up and just fold in each side just about half a centimeter. We will then stitch it into a little seam like this. We fold both sides inwards, and I will top stitch all along each side, and after that we will be folding it in half, and this will make nice little straps for our tote bag. So I'll fold this one, pin it up, and we'll get to stitching. So now that we have the straps all pinned up to make the seams on the sides, we are ready to sew. We are going to give it a straight stitch on each seam. Now you can see both raw edges have been turned inside and stitched with a straight stitch, so it will stay inside when we fold it into the middle and create a neat and tidy strap. Now we can sew our strap. And sewing the stitches next to each other to make the straps super strong. So now that we're done with our straps, we put it aside. They're ready for us to put it onto the bag. But first we'll return to the bag and hem all around the top of the bag and make it nice and tidy. And what you do is you fold it once, you fold it twice, and you just pin it in place. Make a neat little hem to hide away those ugly frayed edges. Fold it once, fold it twice, and just pin it into place. And once we've got it pinned all around the edges, we are going to give it a straight stitch all around. The bag has a lovely hem, and we are ready to turn this inside out. Now let's turn this bag inside out and see what it looks like. We want to push those corners out, make it a little boxy bag, and see, you've got a bottom for your bag, nice and tidy. Your bag is finished. Now to add the straps. So now your bag is finished. Before adding the straps, I'm going to be adding a little bit of decoration, and it's a handy thing to have on your bag as well. It's not just decoration, it's functional as well. So I'm going to be adding the original pocket from my original jeans. So here I have my bag, and I removed the pocket from my original jeans, and I'm going to be stitching that on top of my bag, and I'll be just pinning it around, and I'll be stitching all around the original stitching of the bag to make it look nice and tidy. And remember not to stitch the top because you want it to be open so you can use it. So I've pinned the pocket into place, and I am going to stitch all around on the original stitching, and I will not be stitching at the top to leave it open. Now we've got the bag with its functional pocket that we can use. We are ready to add the straps. I place my straps more or less where I want them to be in the bag, and I measure about 1 to 1.5 inches from the edge, and then make a little mark using my soap. And I know it must go no deeper than that, and that's where it will be. And then do the same on the other side. Mark it about the same. Stick it into the line. And now that we know where the straps will be, we are going to make a mark on the bag where we will be sewing the straps in. And we do this with a little square. Make a little square where the strap is, and inside the square we make an X. And we do the same with the other strap. So what this will mean is you are going to stitch a square and then stitch into the square and make an X. This will form a very secure stitching for your straps, and it will be able to handle a bit of weight as well. So it's nice and secure, and it's so easy to remove the soap from the fabric, and we'll do it on the other side as well. So this is my bag, and it's nicely finished, and you can see the corners are nicely squared off, and it's got the pocket in front for extra storage, nice and big, and I'm going to use this when I go to the library with my son, and he normally wants to bring home all of the books. So this is a handy way for me to carry all of them. If you like this kind of content, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.